Thanks for tuning in to today's update for September 8th. Pretty exciting day today. To start off the day today, my weather apps, I had conflicting information. Two of the apps said no, hardly any wind. Two of the apps said 10 to 12 miles per hour. And so I took a walk out. The water didn't look too bad. Talked to a couple of other boaters. They were thinking that it's looking like a good day to go, so I went ahead and went. Got out in the water, and the wind was coming out of the north, probably around 8 to 9 miles an hour, with about maybe a foot waves. As the day went on, though, the waves got a little bit larger, maybe in the 2.5 foot range, but they were from the north. I was heading south, so they were behind me, so I was able to work the waves. My average speed was 9 miles per hour, but my top speed was 16 miles per hour, because you'd go up these waves and you go, and then you get to the top and go zoom, just like a roller coaster, and you go heck bev for the leather. Today's trip was short. It's only about 29 miles. My average speed was 9.3 miles per hour. And yesterday, after my video update yesterday, I was talking to Cass, who happens to be a harbor host, and he was educating me about fuel consumption charts. And the fuel consumption charts are charts that are put out by the marine manufacturers, like this, that lists the different, am I seeing it? Yeah. They list the different RPMs and what the fuel consumption is at the different RPMs. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So today I started experimenting with that, and I set the throttle at a little bit over 4,000 RPMs, and cruised, just kept it right there, cruised all the way to Manistee, where I'm at tonight. I used 10.65 gallons of gas at the 29 miles, and that was 2.7 miles per gallon. Now, they tell me that you need to know what your fuel rate is per hour. What I want to know is how far can I go on my tank of gas. That's what I want to know. And so when I took the documentation, the thing that I forgot to do was to document how many minutes or how many hours I drove in the boat to get this. And so tomorrow, when I do it again, if I do it again, probably will do it again, I'll be sure to document how much time it took. The slip today cost $34. That's $1.50 a foot. Gas, I took 10.65 gallons of gas, divided by 29 miles. That's 2.7 miles per gallon. Once I got here about noon, and so I was able to fill up the tank and get settled, and began working on some of my to-do stuff. One of the big things that I've got to work on is my new trust and things. And my attorneys had sent the first draft, and so I needed to take a look at that. The other day, they emailed it to me, and it was 55 pages long. But when I went to the library to print it, instead of printing it this way, it printed it landscape, so 110 pages. Which is not too bad, because that gives me room to write notes and things of that nature. And part of what I need to do is move the checking accounts and things of that nature into the trust. And so I needed to contact both my banks. And so I called aglca and talked to a gal named Megan, who helped me get started. So they're going to email me the forms I need to fill out to do that. It's called a POD, upon POD. It's transferred upon death. It's enacted upon death. And then I called BECU, my other bank, and Shaw Allen helped me out. Shaw Allen, what a beautiful name. Actually, Shaw Allen's first time I've ever heard it. Well, as it turns out, she was named after an alien who was in the very first $6 Million Man. And I thought that was just a kind of a cool name. And so we had a little bit of a chit chat there. And so once I got here to Manitte, after I got that stuff done, I went up to the walk around town and discovered there was an Elks just like right next to the harbor here. And today's Friday, so they had their fish fry going. So I went in and had a beer and had their fish fry. It was haddock, along with French fries and coleslaw and a Miller Lite. And talked with one of the members there named Tom, and he happens to be sitting on the board of the marina, so he wanted to get my input on that. So today was a pretty darn good day. The other thing I forgot was my laptop is pretty much dead. And so I mentioned that in my monthly Zoom meeting with my Patreon members. And Adam has a laptop that he's not using. It's fairly new, that he is shipping to my cousin Freddie up in at my next stop. And so I'll have his laptop to use. And so right now I'm laptopless. So anyways, that's the big news of today. I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And when you do subscribe, click on that little bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And may all your seas be calm. Take care.